Okay. All right, guys. So, welcome to your practice and to your space and to your mat and to your, gift of embodiment. And we're going to move it and hopefully, no, not hopefully, definitely feel different than we do right now at the end of this practice. So what I wanted to share, just, if you guys remember Rodney, he still teaches, and he was like one of the first ones in yoga videos, probably in the late 90s. Him and Waylana was the other one. They had yoga videos. So his wife, her name is Colleen, she also teaches yoga, and they've been teaching for like 20 years. And she just recently shared, she's, this little thing about, why do I still practice yoga, 20 some years later? And the thing she said was, it just feels so good. I feel so good. And I mean, that's all that's it. That's the end of it, is that it just feels good. So send that out to all of you. Yeah. I feel good, because that's, if we don't feel good, then, it changes our personality. We've all been there, on days when you don't feel well, you're like, oh, miserable, maybe miserable to be around, and you just don't feel good. And so let's just invite in that, invoke in wellness, invoke in feeling good. All right, good. So let's start by taking a nice comfortable seat. Take an inhale, lengthen yourself nice and tall. And as you exhale, let your chin drop slightly, your eyes close, your jaw drop. Feel like this great release. You made it to your mat. You're here. You're entering into your practice with the knowledge, with the deep understanding that you are going to feel different than you do right now. And just allow all of that to settle around you. If you are dealing with something heavy, you're dealing with some discomfort, you invite it in here. Sometimes that can be really difficult. So you are the master of your own practice. And if you invite in those things, you acknowledge them, and you just lay them at your feet. I see you, you're here. And on your next inhalation, lengthen yourself tall once again. As you exhale, bring these hands together in front of your heart. Bow your chin with great reverence, with honoring, and with your presence to your practice. Begin to feel your breath. And we'll call ourselves home and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin, release your hands to your thighs, lift your chin, and open your eyes. Okay, all right, guys. So we're going to start standing, and you could bring your blocks in. We're going to go from standing to forward fold. So if you need blocks, bye, Hardy. Have a good day at work. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to put the blocks there, but let's just start standing and. Maybe separate your feet. They might be outer hip distance apart. I'm just going to turn to face you. Put your hands on your hips and just bend your knees a few times. Like, just feel the weight into your feet, and then end with the knees bent for a moment. Lift your toes, place them back down. Do that a few times. And then press the feet into the floor, straighten the legs. And then we're going to turn I'm just going to use my hands. I'm going to roll to the outer edges of the feet and then to the inner edges of the feet. And we'll just do that a few times. And just watch your feet move. Watch your knees move. Just feel that, whatever's happening. And then bring the feet back to flat. Hands on your hips. And then we're going to roll forward and back. So lift the heels and then lower, lift the feet. And if you're wobbling, that's okay. Just be here in this. And then, guys, as you do this, notice what's happening in your hips to make this happen. Every movement really begins in the pelvis, the center of your being. And just feel that subtlety. And then bring your feet, plant them into the earth. Lengthen your legs, release your arms by your side. Take a nice big breath in, breathe it out. And then next time you inhale, open your arms out to the side, reach up, and just take a few breaths here as we do. Where you press the feet, lengthen through the arms as you inhale, and exhale, allow everything to just soften back. Good, one more. And good, and then inhale here. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, open your arms out to the side, fold into your forward fold. Hands on your blocks, knees bent, legs straight, whatever you need. You can see I have my arms, my hands, they're not right by the feet. So find a place, because we're just starting. And if you need to bend and straighten a few times or do one at a time, just invite in, space so that you can fold forward with a little more comfort. Okay, so move around, and then when you're ready, you'll inhale and just lift the heart, back of your head. And as you exhale, drop into your version of forward fold. And that might be the knees really bent, it might be hands on the block still, it might be hands on the floor. And wherever you are in this, just bring your attention to your feet. The heels and the balls of the feet are equally weighted as best as you can. So maybe the hips move forward a little bit, and then you can feel more weight in the fronts of the feet, and the hips move back, and maybe in the heels. Just find that center. Start to release your head if you can. And just breathe here. Opening the legs, keeping the heart and the head lower than it normally is. Breathe. Hey, if your mind is screaming, your brain is like, too much. Smile, tell yourself 2 more breaths, unless you need to come out, obviously. Good. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands back on my blocks, and I'm actually gonna turn them to their lowest height and step back to downward facing dog. Heels of the hands on the blocks if you wanna use them. Take the legs back, and again, find a little bit of opening movement here. So wagging your tail or pedaling your knees. And then rocking front to back. Opening. Just using the pose to ground you, to release the tension in your head. You might even shake your head out a little bit, yes or no. Okay, and then start to embody the pose a little bit more. So maybe you press your thighs back. And strengthen through your arms. One more moment. Good, okay. Lower onto your knees. And then from here, I'm going to move to child's pose. If you need to roll on your back, do that. Otherwise, turn the hips to the heels. And then lower yourself down. You could even take a block to support your head if you like. And if you're someone who struggles with getting your hips to your heels, with the head lifted a little bit, you might find you get there. But again, we're just here just to receive whatever is happening in this pose. You can relax in it. I put relax in air quotes. It's not for everybody. Find that, I'm going to use the word contentment here. Find contentment in the pose. One more moment. Release any tension in your face. Feel your body, whatever's talking to you. Okay, I see you, I see you, I see you. Okay. And then we're just going to come up to sitting in Bhajrasana. So that's sitting on the tops of the feet. That's no good. You just go to cross-legged or whatever you like. And then let's just sit for a moment. Find that tall spine, this time with a little more awareness, a little more presence. Drop your gaze down the bridge of your nose and close your eyes. Settle down. So feel your tailbone maybe dropping. Feel that, and the heart space maybe lifts. One more moment. Release your next exhale through your mouth. Good. Okay. All right, I'm just going to set the blocks aside, and I'm going to grab 2 blankets. Okay. All right, so I'm going to show this. We've done this a million times. We're going to roll the blankets into 2 sausages, but I'm going to use the wall too, guys. So I'll just show you everything, and then the wall is optional. So I, fold these 1/3 of the way. I see my green blanket. It's so cool. And then we'll make 1 sausage is going to go lengthwise, and because I'm going to use the wall, I'm going to put my legs up the wall. So I'll bring this about halfway down my mat. And then I'll take the other one and do the same little sausage roll. And it's going to go like a little T, like a T, or maybe more of an X. Okay. All right. Then the leg thing is optional. You can be as far away from the wall as you like. You don't have to have your hips right to the wall, because even though we've just opened the legs, you should be okay. So I just sit behind the end of the blanket. I'm going to roll on top. And what I want to feel is that I've got support, this X where the blankets meet is maybe right between the shoulder blades. And the arms can come out, they can fold. Okay, now for your head, you have this little where you can tuck it under. Make yourself a little head thing if you need it. If you don't, you can let your head hang. And then, maybe heels at the wall. So, but the leg part is just a bonus. So if you want to keep your feet on the floor, that's fine too. All right. Wow. Okay. I say wow because this feels pretty good. Okay. One little modification or correction for me. I know I put my feet on the floor, just lift the hips and then put them back down. And then it just kind of lengthens the sacrum and the low back. And then we'll come in. So you probably you might feel discomfort between the shoulder blades. Just be with that. And then we're just going to rest here so that you can feel the whole length of the spine supported, back of the head supported, lifted if it needs to be. Let your arms rest. Even between the shoulder blades, let it rest. Legs, if they want to rest and turn out if they're at the wall, that's fine too. And then eyes closed or gaze soft. And just being with your breath. And we'll stop talking and give you about 10 breaths here. Allow yourself to be very heavy. Resting into the supports as best as you can. Your legs are at the wall. Just start to maybe wiggle your toes and your fingers. And we're going to bend the knees. I'm going to place the soles of the feet right on the wall. And if you're not using the wall, just place the soles of your feet on the floor. Okay, so now just put your mind in your feet. Lift your toes if you like. Just feel that you're on the bones of the feet. So the heel, the outer edges, the balls of the feet, the arches are hopefully lifting. The toes lift, the arches lift. And then anchor your feet down. Push into the wall. You don't have to lift anything. Just push into the wall or into the floor. And keep your face soft. Don't overthink it. Just push in, not lifting your hips, just pushing. Push. One more moment of just pushing, everything else stop. And then as you exhale, slowly soften the pressure in your feet and just feel what happens. And then you can keep your feet as they are and re-straighten your legs if you like. Okay. I'm going to take the feet to the floor. We're either going to roll to the side or cup your head, bring it up and just press up, whichever one. Going to stay close to the wall, move the blankets out of the way unless you want one for your head, and just kind of keep it there. And then I'm going to come back to this legs at the wall thing. Okay, so again, you can be as far away from the wall as you like. You accommodate your feet, your legs, sorry, backs of your legs. Okay, now you're here. If you need more support under your head, a block under the head might be nice too. You just take a moment and find your comfort here so that you feel the whole length of your back. Your sacrum is on the floor and the legs are extended up, heels at the wall. Good. So just take a moment or two, friends. Allow the body to feel what you've done already in the back, in the quality of your breath. Good. Okay. So I'm assuming we're all here. I'm going to keep the right leg at the wall and just take the left foot to the floor. And so if you're not that close to the wall, you should have room to do that. Yeah, okay. Now, once you're here, just soften that right thigh a little bit, like just in your mind, go, okay, leg, soften. And now we're going to really work at your own place here. So if you feel a big stretch through the back of your right leg already, you can add flexion to your foot, find that. Then maybe this is where you stay for a few moments. If you don't feel much, then we're just going to pop up onto the forearms. So I'm just up on my forearms. I'm going to just work the foot a little bit, take the shoulders back, just to be here. This works. And if you feel a nice something happening, maybe you can feel the tailbone lifting. Can you just melt the tail down again and then be there? And then the next place is to come up on your hands. So if that's there, come up on the hands. The hands might turn away. Oh, things get interesting. Now I'm taking my heart forward, open the shoulders, and I'm looking at my toes, and I'm going to try and just melt that whole right leg, even though here's where I feel the stretch happening. Okay, so wherever you are, on your back, on your forearms, on your hands, yogi's choice. One more moment. Okay, I'm going to come back onto the forearms. So if you've come up, and if you're down, you just stay down. Take this left ankle, cross it over your knee like we do. Okay, and then you can stay here on the forearms. If you want more, you pop up on the hands. I'm going to put the sole of the right foot at the wall. So here we are. Okay, now feel your tailbone. Is it lifting? Can you bring it back down? Maybe you need to lie down or scoot your tush away. I'm going to take a few moments here. Feel whatever this is. And then I'm going to push that right foot into the wall like we did. So maybe the toes come away. I'm just pushing, not letting anything lift. Just pushing the foot into the wall. Breathe. Let the jaw go. And then slowly soften that press. And I'm going to pop up onto my hands again because I know I can do that. Bring that, yeah. So if this works, guys, you be here. Okay, the leg bent is going to be a different thing. I'm going to straighten it in a moment. One more moment. Soften. And then you just gonna take yourself back, straighten the leg. If that's there, maybe you come back, maybe not. You just stay on your forearms, be where you need to be in this body of like, what's happening here? Why am I doing this? Just feel. Okay, so it's almost like I'm walking my chest forward. One more moment. Smile. Okay. And then lower yourself all the way back down on your back. I'm going to keep the same cross just as I come down. Take a breath or two. Good. Let's take this knee right over this right thigh. And as you do that, everything kind of drapes over to the right side. Let that all happen. Just open your arms out to the side and turn your head to the left. And let's just take some nice breaths here. Soften into whatever you're feeling. And if it's too much, you just put that ankle over the knee again. One more moment. Okay, and then I'm going to go back, ankle to knee, bend the right leg. So I'm just lying flat out now. Right foot is at the wall. I'm just going to start to wave this left knee in and out as we do. Good. Okay. And then just come to rest in this shape. Now I'm going to bring that right thigh in for thread the needle. So the left arm goes in between the legs, right hand to the outside, interlace your fingers behind the right thigh or on top of the shin and be in this. I just automatically lift my head and tuck my chin and then breathe and close your eyes. Let your jaw go. And depending on whatever's happening in the left outer hip, maybe you can shift the package a little bit to the right. Beautiful breathing. One more moment. And then I'll release the hands, right foot to the wall, left foot to the wall, and then yogi's choice, legs extended or feet on the floor, whatever you like. Okay, arms out in a comfortable way or resting on your tummy. So feel again that the whole length of the spine, sacrum, everything is resting on the floor. Let your feet flop out if that's what they want to do. Okay, so we're going to do that on the second side. So start with your heels at the wall. Toes are maybe pointing towards the space above your head. Good. Okay, now I'm going to just bend the right leg, put the right foot on the floor. And just be here for a moment. Soften the left thigh. Anything you can soften. Feel your breath. Okay, so we want to keep everything as relaxed as possible. And so I'm just going to say this again. If you're feeling a huge stretch happening left leg, you just stay here. Otherwise, coming up onto the forearms. We'll take a moment here. I'm going to lift the chest, take the shoulders back. There's a little bit of strengthening the neck is just happening because you're keeping your head as it is. Anchor the heel. Soften through the glutes, through the hips, anything you can, let go of. Just explore it. Okay. And then we're going to come up onto the hands, but this could be too much. You see, there we go, turn your hands out. If this is happening, open your chest, look at your toes, soften through the jaw, the eyes. Feel your breath. Okay, breath. Okay, I'm going to come back down onto the forearms. Okay. All right, then I'm going to bend actually, I'm going to take the left ankle right over the knee. Ooh, did I miss something? I think I did, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to bend the left knee, and put the left foot at the wall. I'm going to hang out for a few breaths. I'm laughing because I don't really remember exactly what we did on our shoulder. There we go. Okay, good. And then lower yourself all the way down. So you're here. And then we'll start waving this right knee in and out a few times. Start with the hip. Just moving into your chest and away from you. Good. All right. And then come to rest in this shape. Now I'm going to cross this knee right over. I'm going to re-straighten this left leg if that works for you. And then as you do that, there's more weight on the left side. Right side might open or lift a bit, and that's fine. We're going to open the arms out to the sides, turn the head to the right, and then just drop in here as best as you can. Into that outer right hip, into your breath. Just move I notice I always kind of tuck the chin in. I'm just taking the head back. Open things a little bit. Okay, and then bring it back, and we'll cross ankle over knee. I'm going to bend the knee. I'm going to push the foot into the wall without lifting anything. I'm just pushing. And that could be into the floor too. You might lift your toes, just push without taking any extra tension. So this is always an interesting thing because just naturally, maybe your shoulders are tightening, your jaw tightens, you tush. And just breathe, allow the pressure of the foot. And then as you exhale, soften the pressure and just feel how things change. What releases. And then we'll go to thread the needle. So I'll bring this left thigh in, grab, interlace your fingers behind the thigh or on top of the shin. Change the interlace, guys. And then be in this, whatever this is for you, you know it. You move in it. You might shift a little bit to the left. And then just using your powers of sensory perception. Notice where you're holding tension and lightly massage it with your mind, with your breath, with your presence. Notice if this side is a little tighter or feels better than the other side. Okay. One more full inhale. Exhale, release. I'm going to put both heels at the wall again. You do what you need to do. And then breathe. Oh, I know what I forgot. That's okay. All right. Nice big breath in. Sigh it out. Okay, I'm going to put the soles of the feet at the wall. So you might want to scooch in or scooch out because we're going to lift up this time, guys. So if your feet are on the floor, you could just lift up that way. I'm going to put my arms down not right by the sides, but maybe 30 degrees away. Palms down, feel your shoulders down, take the heart down, the chest down, the ribs down. Good. And now just start. We're going to lift the hips, but start by just pushing the feet into the wall. Push in, push in, push in, and just feel what happens. How everything starts to kind of connect. Stay there with the pushing, without the lifting, and then we'll inhale. Now as you exhale, start to lift your hips. And just feel this connection between the feet at the wall. Maybe you can go a little higher than you normally do. Maybe the feet want to walk up higher on the wall. Maybe the palms want to turn up. Maybe the thing under your head is a hindrance. And you need to come down and just pull that out and come back, okay? So do what you need to do. It's going to really anchor those feet. Soften anything I can. Be here. One more breath. As you exhale, slowly lower down as best as you can from top to bottom, as best as you can. And as you go slow, you feel the hamstrings kick in, the calves kick in. And once you get all the way down, friends, I'm just going to straighten the legs again, heels at the wall. And breathe. Maybe the arms want to come over your head. And just take a nice little full body stretch. Full body breath. I'm going to do that again. Put Put the soles of the feet on the wall. Okay, just start with the press. Just push the feet in and feel, just feel what happens. Just be in that, everything that comes in. Okay. One more moment. And soften the feet. Let everything come back. Okay, now we're just going to do it all at one time. So, full breath in. Now, as you breathe out, soften to the floor. Then engage the feet. Inhale. And exhale, start to lift yourself. Maybe the arms are still over your head and they need to come down. Maybe you walk your feet up higher on the wall. Push. You might get your legs straight. It doesn't matter. Good. Feel the feet anchored. One more moment. Good. And then lower yourself all the way down. Come back to your rest. Good. Okay. So now with both legs extended, I'm going to come back up onto the forearms. If you decide if that's something you're interested in, then come on up. Find this, look at your feet. Feel the, I'm going to use the word, like it's like cat-cow tilt. So feel your cow tilt, almost like the low back lifts as best as you can. And maybe you come up onto the straight arms if that's there. And I'm just going to walk my chest forward. Oh, that's what I forgot. And then open. But it's all fine. I'm lifting my heart, finding the length, feel the back of the legs, anchor the heels. Be where you need to be. Be where you need to be so you can be in your joy. Okay, here's the next part. As I take the hands to the wall and take a little, you could even hold your feet if you like, but you could do one hand at a time. You could not do this at all. All fine. Wherever you are, hands at the wall, holding onto the feet. Feel your fun. Good. Okay, and then lower down, and maybe you go, oh yes, you guys. And then come back down, forearms are all the way down. And we're going to take a rest. I'm going to keep the feet where they are, but if you need to put them down, you do that. Good. Yay. All right, bring your knees into your chest. Just hug them in and out, just opening your back. Okay, I'm going to take the knees apart, not going to happy baby. I'm just going to draw the knees in and out, nice and wide, like a little child's pose. And then we're going to start to circulate these knees so they come in towards each other, away from you, out to the sides, and then circle back into the body. So what's this, a whip kick? Almost, I guess, just do a little bit of this, like you're just massaging your hip sockets. And then reverse this, just circle your knees, your hips, back is getting a little massage. Good. Yes. Okay, and then just hug the knees in, soften, lift the head and chest up into a little ball. Then you can keep your hands on your shins, or if you can grab hold of the outer edges of your feet, bring your thumbs there, hug it in. Yes, oh, amazing. It is amazing, you guys, because not everybody, has the interest maybe. So everybody could do it, I guess, they get there, but not everybody can. So lower yourself down. Okay, put your feet on the floor. I'm going to wiggle back now to go full length, lying down on the floor. So just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. So you come all the way out, just let your legs relax, like your pseudo shavasana shape, and just receive all this grounding. You've opened yourself in some different angles, different planes. Just feel. Good. All right, let's stay on our backs. I'm just going to bring the heels to the floor, like the toes are pointing up to the sky. Okay. So stay as you are as you inhale. As you exhale, we're going to lift the left leg straight up to the sky. So wherever it's going to go, bent or straight. Good. Okay. And then from here, as you inhale, Feel yourself here. And as you exhale, start to take this leg over to the right. You can turn your palms up, move your hands wherever you need them to be. And inhale the leg back up. And exhale, take the leg to the left. Just going to wave it side to side. So you can move nice and slow with your breath or go at any pace you like. Just moving this leg in and out. So we're getting a twist. We're getting some hip work. We're getting some back, release. And even more than that, guys, all the organs that we're so dependent on, they're getting some movement. So just do this one more time. And the next time the leg comes over to the right, let that just rest there. Let your right leg turn so you're on the baby toe edge of the foot. And then be here. If it's too much for this twist, modify it, prop it up. Just turn your head just, gently to the left. Breathe. Okay, I'm going to add the foothold. So you have your right hand out to the side. You could even turn your head and look at your left foot and say, hey, foot, get into the right hand. And however it's going to go, here I'm just holding the sole of the foot. I might hold the baby toe edge, or you might, and it could be bent, connect. And if it works now to take the left hand, grab hold of the right foot, it could be a lot. Doesn't even need to happen. Breathe. One more moment. And then I'm going to release the legs and come back on the back with the left leg up. Okay, so you're here with the left leg up, right leg extended. The right foot might be at the wall. Now as you exhale, slowly lower this left leg down, but press out through the heel the whole way. Nice and slow. How slow can you go? Just watch it. Oh, you're so pretty, left leg. Look at you. Look at you go. And then once it hits the earth, do nothing. Breathe into this opened body. We'll do the same thing on the second side. So adjust yourself, head support, whatever you need. Lift the right leg up. It can be bent, right? You do what you need to do here. Okay, I'm going to inhale. On the exhale, we take this leg over to the left. So the left leg has to turn to make all that happen. Inhale up and exhale, open it to the right. Okay, be very kind to yourself. Meaning, you are making it fun. Where's the joy? Moving your leg like this, consciously in your own pace. Whatever works. So the leg is doing the work. When you have the strap, it's a different thing. Just feel. Okay, the next time the leg comes over to the left leg turns to make all of that happen. And then be here, modify, prop up. If you can just gently let your head turn to the right, do that. And then smile, because I'm going to grab the feet, and you could just be like, oh, that's nice. But, if you are interested, grab your right foot with your left hand, and I'm holding on top of the baby toe edge. My thumb is with the fingers, but you do what works. And then maybe the right hand can find the left foot, and you just breathe in this octopus twist, which is not the technical name in Sanskrit or anything. Just feel yourself here connecting to your limbs, your body, your breath. Okay. Release the legs and find the power and strength in your right leg to bring it back up as you come back on your back. Okay, whatever you're feeling here, massage if you need to. And then as you exhale, slowly lower this right leg down like molasses. All the way down. Once it gets down, we're just going to rest. Full breath in and out. Good. Okay, guys, I'm coming up. So I'm going to come up through the crypt and take my arms over my head. If that's not interesting or it doesn't work for you, just roll to your side and press up. Otherwise, start to lift your arms in the air, head up, and then you just keep going. Who cares? Whatever it is. Yes. Oh, love it. Yes. All right. Good. Okay, I'm gonna come back to, actually, let's put a blanket down for the knees so we're set. And then I'll bring the blocks in just so you have them if you need them. They're there. And I'm gonna just turn to face you. So you're gonna face the front and we're just here on blocks. If you want them, you're on your knees. I'm gonna bring the knees right together and I'm gonna take the right leg out. And the sole of the foot is down. So hopefully it's okay. Prop up your knee and then, play with the distance so you feel good. And then we're just going to do a little bit of this hip rocking. So hands on blocks or not, just find this and anchor in so that the leg is straight, the right foot is grounded, left knee is grounded, and coming up to the hips. And just be here for a moment. Feel all that work, everything connecting, tailbone dropping. Good. Right hand to the leg, left arm in the air, and just reach up through the left side and then slowly start to crescent over just so you feel this opening through the side. Okay, notice if your right hip might be coming forward. See if you can take it back. Maybe the tush goes back a little bit. Good. Okay, left hand down to the floor, right arm in the air. Reach up and then turn that right hand to face your head. Start to sweep it over. Now I'm right here at the wall. I'm just going to push into the wall. Breathe. Feel the right foot anchored. Good. And then come all the way back up. Hands to your hips. Just feel, right hip, is it lifting? Can I bring in more balance? Now I'm going to come forward again. I'm going to do that by taking the hips back and then coming forward, hands on your hips. Now you could just stay here or you could put your hands on the blocks. Feel the foot anchored. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Good. Okay, now hands to the floor or to your blocks. Bring the right knee in. Okay, I'm going to sit on the toes, guys. I know not everybody's favorite. Whatever works. So when I say that, you sit in a way that you can feel, what did I just do? One more breath. You might even feel that the right side of your body is a little heavier or lighter. Good. Okay, come on back. Find your knees. Take the left foot out and then be there on the sole of the foot. Start to move your hips, maybe the knee bends, just kind of find your way in here. And then once you feel, okay, I'm going to anchor, come up onto the knee, hands on the hips, and just feel, is the left hip really lifting? Maybe it is. That's okay. Maybe you can do your best here. And then left hand to the leg, right arm in the air. Reach up and start to side bend. Okay. Notice in yourself here, is that left hip really coming forward? Can you pull it back? Maybe tush back. Good. And then take the right hand to the floor, left arm in the air. Turn the left palm to face your head and reach up. And then open yourself here. Okay, tush back. Breathe. Good. And come all the way back up. Hands to your hips, okay? Feel here, find the balance, just pause. Rest your gaze somewhere. You're looking inside, and then we inhale. Now feel where I have my hands in my hip crease, that's going back. So the tush comes back, I come forward. And if you need to put your hands on your blocks or on the floor, do it. But here it's about the left foot really anchoring. Breathe. Good, okay. Inhale, come up. Maybe hands onto the blocks if you need to, or knees together. I'm going to put the tops of the feet on the floor and just sit. And just feel. Good. Okay, and take the blocks and just put them down. We're going to go into downward dog again. I'm going to use the blocks. That's optional always. It's nice with the blocks. Sometimes, your arms are shorter than your legs. So we kind of give them for most people. Not for everybody, I guess. I don't know. Just feel that they give you a little bit of something to push into. Send the weight back. Feel your tush back. Everything we've kind of been working on here. Just breathe and be here. Nothing fancy. Soften your heart space, your jaw. Being you're powerful. Okay, and then release your knees down. We're coming back to child's pose. I'm going to take the knees really wide, tops of the feet, hips to heels. And you have your blankets and all that stuff if you need it. Lower your head to the floor or to a block. And we're here for about, maybe 10 breaths. So if that, I just say that. So if this isn't happy for you, just roll on your back, hug your knees in like we did a few moments ago. Otherwise, really descend. And this deep fold in your hip crease, the ankle flexion, the breath, the head resting. Just a few more breaths and notice any tension in the jaw, the eyes, back of your heart. Notice, something starting to tingle or talk to you. Let's see. I love you. We're in this together. I appreciate you. Good. Okay, guys. And then just walk yourself upright. Just going to bring the knees together, come onto the hips, and I'm going to extend the legs out. I'm just going to turn and face the wall because we're here. And you could bring your blocks either side of you if you like, just legs stretched out. I'm just going to sit. So the blocks, just kind of help maybe bring the floor up a bit so you can find this lift. And hopefully the backs of your legs are so tingly and open. Okay. Okay, now just pause here, soften the thighs, the tush, whatever you can. And then we're going to walk ourselves forward into a forward fold. You could take your blocks with you if you like. Just find that place where you start to feel the stretch in the backs of the legs, any place we didn't hit. Lengthen your torso and slowly descend to a place where you can start to let the head go. Okay, and then, so I have my blocks here, forearms on the blocks, whatever works for you. And then just use your powers of observation to notice one side is taking a little more weight than the other. Maybe you need to shift your ribs over to the lighter leg, your head. Just play with these micro movements. All of us are a little asymmetrical. And so it's just an opportunity to explore, to descend into this forward fold. And find your place, whatever it is. Release any tension, shoulders, back of the heart, and in the head. Let your breath help you to rest in this shape. Even if you're upright and just the head dropping, you're doing the work. The work is being done. Soften the skin of your forehead. Take one more breath. And slowly come out and just find your way upright again. Blocks with you. Good. Okay. Last pose. No, second last pose. Upavishta. So that's just wide-legged. And you just find your wide legs. If you need to sit up on something more, I have my blocks here. We're just going to take forward fold again here. So if you need to massage, whatever you need to do, blocks or blankets underneath your knees, just find your shape here. Keep all that softness, friends, that we are cultivating here at the end of our practice. So you might feel your head is a little more relaxed, heavier, and then just feel everything just gently dropping to the floor. You're not pressing, you're just releasing. Okay, well, I feel I'm going to inhale and lift the arms and take the blocks with me just for extra weight. So just reach up if that's there. Maybe you do a little bit of this if that feels good to move it, and then inhale and exhale, take it forward. So the blocks can come down anywhere they need to go. Maybe your forearms on the blocks, hands on the blocks. And just find your way in here, or no blocks. That's fine too. So again, I'm just looking for that, to lengthen the spine, release the back of the heart, the head, without letting the toes drop out or drop in as best as you can. And if you want to support your head with your block, that's fine too, because we're here now for about 5 breaths. So once you've found your place, support yourself in any way you like. That could just be in your presence, in your awareness, in the breath and in the softness. Because the other thing Colleen Zaidman said is that she knows she's a nicer person when she practices yoga. You're able to be more present because you practice it. Okay, let's take maybe one nice big breath in. Sigh it out. Okay, if you feel something's just unlocking, you want to stay for longer, that's fine. Take your time, because our next pose is going to be legs up the wall. And from there, we'll move into Shavasana. So whenever you're ready to come out of this, you do that. And then you either set up for your Shavasana, if that's where you're going, or we're going to do legs up the wall and then move into Shavasana. Okay, so I'm going to use blocks underneath my hips this time just to keep it a little more anchored. But that's yogi's choice. You could bring in your bolster like we do. So I'm just going to put the 2 blocks. See if you can even see. They're a little bit away from the wall, and the bolster would be the same if you're going to legs up the wall. And then I'll bring this blanket in a little closer to support the head. Oh, and the old heating pad is going to come in too. If you haven't tried that with a heating pad, it's nice. Okay, so then I'm just going to lift the hips. Legs at the wall. Lowering down. Okay, I'm going to adjust. So it might be easier to put if you're using blocks, you might come to the wall, soles of the feet to the wall, lift your hips and then slide them in. But hopefully you're comfortable in whatever you've chosen. Because this is just where we're going to just let everything descend. So using legs up the wall as a chance of, an opportunity to refresh, change perspective, look at your feet in a way you don't normally. And then just let everything anchor in. Good. So resting into your breath and into your body. Very connected to this moment. Grounding, releasing, resting. And just allowing everything that needs to happen here just happen without you putting in any effort. At the same time, noticing any place you're holding unnecessary tension. And if you feel your jaws stuck or your third eye, you feel free to take your hands and offer yourself your healing touch. So if you're in legs up the wall and you're like, oh yeah, this is where I want to stay, you stay. And if you're ready to move into a lying down Shavasana for the next few moments, then just make your way there in a really nice, gentle way. Treat your body like a baby. Staying in your rest. Feeling your breath. Any place you're still holding tension. If you drop something off at the beginning of class, then just feel it still resting there on the floor. You can. You hold it close at the same time as you see it, feel it, without being weighed down for this moment. Stay here or begin to make little movements, gently awakening this body as if you're just coming out of a very restful sleep. You've changed the flow, you've changed your energy, maybe even whatever's weighing in your head, your breath. As you make your way onto your side, friends, and stay there for a few breaths. Just receiving the grounding and then rising up to this awakening, different than you were an hour ago. Still the same person, just different. Good. Okay. And then just as we do, once you come up, right, just be in your bubble. Just breathing your own energy in and out. Just acknowledging for this moment that what you take in, you feel the breath is a little cool as you take it in, that the breath that leaves your body is changed by your own energies. And that what you're putting out into the world and into your bubble right now is everything that you need, have released, have opened, have received, have felt through your own practice. As you are, inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, bring the palms together in front of your heart and bow your chin. Beautiful. And seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra in an Om. Inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy. And seal that with one Om. Inhale. Inhale. Breathe that breath into your hands. Catch that breath. Om Shanti, Om Peace, Om Namaste. Lift your chin and open your eyes and offer this blessing and this prayer to yourself and friends. And share it with each other and with the world. And everybody. And take it all back. Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you for sharing this practice with me, for being here. I honor your work. I honor your practice. I honor your presence. Thank you so much love, guys. Have a great rest of this beautiful day. Beautiful day. And I'll see you guys soon. So much love, guys. Have a great day.